So we have quick notes for rapid file logging and recording of transient information. There is another command that is almost completely identical and works in almost exactly the same way, and that is the journal command. And again, this is just for basically, if you wanted to maintain like a daily log of things you've done, or you could maintain an exercise log, or anything where you basically want to keep recording segmented information all in the one file or a particular file. You can do so. Again, it supports the file argument, so you can have as many different journal files as you like, but by default there is just the one journal, one default journal entry. So again, if we do Wibble journal add, so again it doesn't yet exist, so it's created one, this journal.txt, and summary of Monday 27th of November. So I quite like to use it in this way. You can use it as a quick kind of life log, just so you can basically you don't want to be you don't necessarily have the time to be writing a full, or maybe your day's not been interesting enough to actually write any kind of meaningful life log or journal, but you can just use it to maybe take a few kind of quite quick notes. Worked on X, did Y, went and saw M at Z, meeting with P at, these sorts of things, or whatever information you want. However detailed, if you want to write a full detailed diary, then go for it. But basically, again, just this idea of segments of information. Another update on 27th of November. Some other interesting thing. Important details, something to remember. So you can quickly add entries to the journal, and it works exactly, as I say, it's basically almost identical to the quick note. So you might be wondering, well, what the heck is the difference? The only difference is basically the quick notes are stored under quick notes and the journal files are stored under journal, and journal very explicitly does not have a delete option, just to kind of protect yourself from yourself. So you cannot do delete on an entry, because the idea is, if you're running like let's say you're using this to create like a running diary or life log, maybe you've got hundreds of entries in there, you put hours and hours of work into it, but we don't even want to have the possibility of accidentally kind of deleting things. So silo it in this way. Quick notes for kind of information that's transient, that you can rapidly add and delete to and work with, and the journal for storing information where you want to retain it hopefully permanently for a long time. But again, you can create a separate file if you want to work on a particular one. I don't know, exercise log.org, so you could do something like that, and then add workout 27th of November, something like that, and then you could say cycling, I don't know, 40 minutes tempo, 10 minutes threshold, whatever, 250 watts, something like that. And again, it's basically, we have these two separate files here. So again, you can create these separate journal files, and you might have noticed there because I set that up as a markdown file, you notice it actually added these markdown kind of quotation blocks automatically around the block, and yet everything still works as you would expect for it. So that's the journal facility. Basically, it is quick notes, but deliberately with deletion capability removed. You know, if you want to delete things, you have to manually do it, and you can pass in the edit option, and it just opens it up in your editor here. It doesn't add any entry, and if you wanted to, just, you know, obviously you can go ahead and nuke whatever you need. You know, if you wanted to change the appearance of the title, then just edit it here. But the only thing to bear in mind, make sure you preserve the kind of exact formatting of this. So if I wanted to change this workout, cycling tempo, threshold, who knows, whatever. You know, I just need to make sure that I retain this header to in perfect formatting there, like that. And now, as you can see, it's updated it there. So that is the journal facility. So you have quick notes and you have journal, and they're both useful for basically dumping in rapid fire notes that you can quickly access any particular entry for, and quickly add information to without having to worry about thinking about setting up a whole note with a whole load of metadata, because you know, that's not what you want to necessarily do every time.